Hello there, I'm Marissa and I'm going to show you today how to make the pair to this cute earring here using IrisDuos, a RoundTrio, some bicones, and seed beads. So on my mat, I do have, or in my work area, I already have everything on here because this project is pretty quick, doesn't take long. So I have my 11-ohs, 15-ohs, 4mm bicones, my RoundTrio, and my IrisDuos. And on my thread, I have already put, you need to put on your thread, and you can add a stop bead to your thread if you like. I am using size 8 dragon thread, and I am using a size 10 needle, and no, it's a size 11 needle, and I'm using about 2.5 feet of thread. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I'm using about 2.5 feet. So you want to go ahead and pick up. And also you want to make sure your holes are clear on your IrisDuos and your RoundTrios. Two IrisDuos, a bicone, one IrisDuo, a bicone, two IrisDuos, a bicone, one IrisDuo, and one bicone. So you can see what I have. If you need to stop the video, pause it so you can see exactly how I have this, go ahead. Now what I'm going to do, and see the two and two are going to be my top and my bottom, or this part and this part, okay? So I'm going to go through everything one more time, just to put another thread in there through everything, just to make it feel better, you know, a little bit more firm and not so loose. So I'm going through everything, and make sure you do not skip a bead. And what I'm gonna do before I get to the bottom of these IrisDuos, I'm going to go ahead and do this now. I'm going to add a 15-0 in between that pair of on my IrisDuos that are together, okay? So I'm going to do that here. I'm going to pick up a 15-0, and then I'm going to go through my next IrisDuo, and then I'm pull. And then I'm going to sew back again between these two IrisDuos, and I'm going to put a 15-0 in there too. So let me just pull my thread, and then I'm going to sew up to this little pair up here. They kind of look like bunny ears. So I'm going to sew up here. And I'm going to pick up another 15-0. And then after going through this IrisDuo, I'm going to hop on over to the other hole of my IrisDuo up here. Right there. Okay? So this is what we have. Now coming out of that hole of my IrisDuo, I'm going to pick up a bicone. And I'm going to go through my next IrisDuo, that top hole again. And then from that IrisDuo, I'm going to pick up 4 11-ohs. And then coming out of this IrisDuo, I'm just going to hold it in place. I'm going to pick up 4 more 11-ohs. And then I'm going to go through this IrisDuo. And then now I'm going to pick up another bicone. So it'll mirror up here what I have up there. And then coming out of this IrisDuo, I'm going to do my 4 and 4 11-ohs again, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, in through this IrisDuo, pulling, 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 and then 4 more 11-ohs in through this IrisDuo up here. So in through here. And I'm just going to put it in my hand so I can, so this is what we have.
Want to learn how to become a jewelry making expert? With PotomacBeads Jewelry Making Kits, you can create unique and customized bracelets, earrings, necklaces, and pendants. Every kit uses only premium materials and is hand-packed in the USA. Whether you're new or you've been crafting for years, these kits provide an immersive experience, allowing you to create beautiful projects with ease. Visit PotomacBeads.com/kits today or click on the link in the description below.
Okay, so now sew until you get to one of your middle IrisDuos here, and then hop on over to the inner hole because we're going to add our round trio in the center now. So here I am coming out right here, inner hole of this IrisDuo. I'm going to pick up a 15-oh, my round trio through one of my outer holes, another 15-oh, so 15-oh, round trio, 15-oh. Then I'm going to go across to this IrisDuo, the inner hole. And once I'm coming out of there, I'm going to pick up a 15-oh, go through my round trio through the other outer hole of my round trio. And then I'm going to pick up, I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna pull. Then I'm going to pick up another 15-oh, going through this this IrisDuo again, where we started this step. Whoops, it's hard to see. For me, it's hard to see. And then once I'm coming out of this IrisDuo, we're going to stay here because we're going to add some more 15-ohs. So I'm just going to pull everything. I'm going to fix my little bead here. Okay. So just kind of situate that. Now I'm going to go, coming out of my IrisDuo, I'm going to go through this 15-oh. We're not going to go through our round trio. We're just going to go through our 15-oh. And I cannot see it. I have, my eyesight's kind of, it's not great. So I have a hard time seeing these little beads sometimes. All right, so coming out of this 15-oh, I'm going to pick up 6 more 15-ohs, and I'm going to get those closer to me so I can see. 4, 5, 6. Coming out of this 15-oh, I'm going to go through this 15-oh. And only our when we're connecting these, we're only going through our 15-ohs. And then through my IrisDuo again. And then when we're coming out of our IrisDuo, go in through this 15-oh up here. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add 6 more, 6 more 15-ohs to this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm trying to clean up my bead mat. Okay. And then I'm going to go through this 15-oh here. And then after that, I'm going to go through my IrisDuo again, and I'm going to hop back down to the outer hole. So coming out of those 15-ohs, can't see. There we go. Going through my IrisDuo, and then, so that's what you should have. Now we're going to hop to the other hole of our IrisDuo. Coming out here, we're gonna sew in through here. Come out of your IrisDuo, and then just kind of fix everything. Make it nice and pretty. Okay, so this is what you should have. All right, so coming out, and I did get a little bit closer. Coming out of my IrisDuo here, we're going to, from now on, we're going to sew all around our piece. We are going to add our little wire guard for the top and our other IrisDuo for the bottom. But while we're sewing along our project, every time we're coming out of an IrisDuo, we are going to add 2 15-ohs, an 11-oh, 2 15-ohs, and then we're going to circle around and go back through that same hole again. Okay, so coming out of here this way, I picked up my 2 15s, my 11, my 15s, and then I'm going through this again. And I did catch the 11-oh after. That's fine, because we are going to sew up to these two. So now I'm going to go through all of this, out of my IrisDuo up here, and we are going to do that again. We're going to do 15-oh, 2 15-ohs, 11-oh, 2 15-ohs, circle around, go through this IrisDuo again. Okay, now through our bicone, and then our next IrisDuo, and we're going to do that again. 2 15-ohs, 11-oh, 2 15-ohs, coming out of this IrisDuo from this side, circle around and go through this again, and go through your 11-ohs, as many of them as you can. If you can't get them all, that's fine. And then finish going through them and go through your next IrisDuo. Again, goes 2 15-ohs, an 11-oh, 2 15-ohs. Coming out on this side, go through this IrisDuo. And again, I'm going to pick up everything here to make my way down to the bottom. So coming out of this IrisDuo, again, I'm going to do, and I'm just gonna like help my piece along, whoops. And I am gonna push this RoundTrio in a bit, okay? So there we go. Coming out of my IrisDuo, 2 15-ohs, 11-oh, 2 15-ohs, circle around, go through the IrisDuo, and I was able to catch my bicone. All right, coming out of my bicone, sew into this IrisDuo. Coming out, now here we're going to add our bottom component, this little part right here. So let's do the 2 15-ohs, the 11-oh, and then the 2 15-ohs. Circle around, coming out here, go through this IrisDuo, and then instead of sewing on a head, I want you to, once you're coming out of your IrisDuo, sew down these 2 15-ohs, sew down your 11-oh, and my thumb was in the way, but I had to hold my piece, but I sewed through my 11-oh, and then also sew through these 2 15-ohs, go into your bicone, and come out of those 2 15-ohs on this side, okay? These 2 15-ohs here, because we are going to attach our little component to these two 15-0s here on either side of our bicone. So now we're going to pick up, right, so I'm coming out of these two 15-0s. We're going to pick up a 15-0, an 11-0, a 15-0. Now we're going to go in, since I'm coming out and going this way, I want to make sure I'm going through my IrisDuo the right way, like this. I'm just going to hold everything. So here you see my 15-0, my 11-0, my 15-0 that are connected to these two 15-0s. So now coming out of here, we're going to pick up three 15-0s, go down here, and then we're going to pick up, again, two 15-0s, an 11-0, two 15-0s. We're coming out of the bottom of this IrisDuo, and we're going to circle around and go through that same hole this way with our 215, our 111, and our 215. Pull tight. And then now we're coming out of this hole here. We're going to pick up three 15-0s again. And we're going to go back through this top hole of our round IrisDuo. And then now we're going to pick up this part that we started with, which is the 15-0, the 11-0, and the 15-0. And we're going to connect to these 15-0s here on the side of our bicone. And then we're going to, go through them. And then go through the bicone. Well, I can't get it all at the same time. That's fine. So now I'm going to go through my bicone, and I'm going to reinforce everything that I just added. So which means, and I'm just turning my piece, I'm going to go down these two 15-0s. And then I'm going to go down this 15-0, 11-0, 15-0. And then through my IrisDuo. Whoops. And then I'm going to go through all of these outer beads on the outside of my IrisDuo. You see how everything is just hanging out there, kind of spread apart and funky and grody. We're going to go through all those little beads, all of the 15-0s, our 11-0, and you can't see because my thumb is there, my finger's there, but I'm just going through all these outer beads on the outside of our of our IrisDuo until I'm coming out right before that hole of our IrisDuo. And then I'm going to go through this hole again. And again, I went through everything, the three on each side of my IrisDuo and the two 15s, the 11 and the 15s on the bottom. So I'm coming out of my three that were on the side here of my IrisDuo. I'm coming out here, and I'm going to go through my IrisDuo, and I'm going to go up these again, the 15-0, 11-0, 15-0, like that, okay? So now from here, I'm just going to go through these two 15-0s. I can't see. Through these two 15-0s right here, and then I don't know, a part of me thinks if I switch hands I could see better. So I guess that's just a me thing. So I'm going through these, through these two 15-0s. And then I'm going to, just want to make sure I don't tangle my thread, go through my IrisDuo. And I am done with the bottom component. So, because remember how those little beads at the bottom are connected to that IrisDuo. So there, I just went through the here, 15, 11, 15, the 2 15s, and then out through my IrisDuo. Now I'm coming out of my 11-0s and I'm going to make my way to the top. Okay, so I sewed all along the side. I sewed through these 4 11-0s, through my IrisDuo, my 11-0s here, through my IrisDuo, through my bicone, and now I'm out through these 2 15-0s on the side of my bicone. So from here, I am going to pick up my wire guard too. I'm going to pick up a 15-0, an 11-0, my wire guard, my wire guard, and then I'm going to go down the other side of my wire guard. And then after I do that, and I'm just going to make sure my thread goes into my wire guard. And then I'm going to pick up an 11-0, a 15-0. Then I'm going to go in through these 2 15-0s on the side of of my bicone. Then I'm going to pull. And then I'm going to go through my bicone again. And once I'm coming out of my bicone, and yes, you do want to hold on to everything and pull tight. Coming out of my bicone, I'm going to go up these 2 15-0s on the side, through everything I just added, which is my 15-0 and 11-0, my wire guard, my 11-0, my 15-0, down through these 15-0s and out through my bicone again. And then I'm going to be coming out of this IrisDuo here on this side. So I'm not going to do that on camera because it's just reinforcement, but go ahead and do that and then I will meet you back. Okay, so I came out of my bicone, and then I just up here, and then I just sewed all the way around. I met my threads, so now I'm going to just tie a knot. So it's pretty simple. I don't think this was hard at all. And I think they look really cute, and they're also fun to make. They're fun to make. And with so many different colors of IrisDuos and RoundTrios, there's so many different options, and everything would come out pretty. So I'm just burning my thread. I will add my wire guard in a bit, but this is what I have. Well, I'll go ahead and add it now. It's right here on my mat. So I'll just put that on there. And these are ready to wear now. Okay. So this is what I have. I hope you like these. I hope you enjoy making these. And let's see. There's so many different colors of bicones, IrisDuos that you can make these, and everything, they'll all look pretty. And the good thing about them is they're not heavy. They're just not heavy at all. I'm a big fan of big earrings, but I don't like heavy earrings. So I love these. They're big, they hang really pretty when they're on, and they're not heavy. Also, I think you could probably even get away with using maybe a pearl in the center or a crystal in the center. So, to make it extra blingy, I'm pretty sure you can do that. So yeah, that would look pretty. And I think also if you don't like earrings, this would also make a cute pendant. I think this would, make a lovely pendant. So here you go. I hope you enjoy making these lovelies, and thank you very much for watching.